Good morning, everyone. I hope it's a good morning for everyone. It's okay morning for me. Oh, today is bill paying, one of the bill paying days. So I'll be poor as hell by tonight. That's how it is for poor people like myself. I hope everybody's doing good, and I hope there's not too many obstacles in your way today. Today is going to be an obstacle-free day for you, hopefully.
There's fucking snow on the ground.
I know, man. Last night, I'd forgotten left something in my car. So about 12:30 last night, I went up to my car, and there was snow on my car. Ice and snow. I'm like, what the fuck already? I'm not ready for this. I am not ready for this. I'm never ready for one of those. That ain't nothing new. I hibernate now. See, I go into hibernation. Only time I go somewhere is I'm going to make some money, or I gotta go shopping for food, pay bills and shit like that. Other than that, I stay the fuck at home.
Okay. Damn, I'm going bald, huh?
Oh, get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit.
What?
Somebody, I'm going bald.
Look at that, right there.
Yeah, well, hey.
So, time for it to go.
Pretty soon you'll be an automatic skinhead.
God damn it.
But you don't look like a skinhead, you know?
Well, thank you.
Even when you do your hair like that, I don't get the skinhead vibe.
Well, I don't shave it all the way down to nothing like you do.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I knew it wouldn't take long before the elder abuse would start.
I mean, do you not shave it?
Uh, yeah, sometimes I do. It depends on how I feel. Like sometimes I have a mustache and sometimes I don't. Just depends on how I feel.
I've not seen you with a mustache.
Huh?
You've never had a mustache.
I had a mustache last week. I just shaved it. 4 days ago. What are you talking about? Go back and look at the thing, you'll see.
Okay.
Doesn't taste too bad.
What?
This.
You don't even know what that is.
Hmm?
You don't even know what that is.
Oh, that's not this?
No?
Oh, well, excuse the fuck out of me. Excuse the fuck out of me. Is Dean on yet?
I haven't seen him.
These are him and Henry are two of the first guys to be on unless they're busy doing other things, which is very possible.
Yeah, it's very, very possible.
Everybody don't want to listen to our ravings and rantings.
Yeah.
I'll
I
do
don't know,
it.
my head's fucking...
Here's fucking what?
Oh, I'm just, dealing with normal shit, so it's hard to think of,
Oh,
regular shit to talk about.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the normal shit don't need to be on the fucking...
Doesn't need to be everybody's business.
Well, no, it's not good TV.
It's not content worthy.
Yeah, it's not really content worthy.
It's not me TV.
No, it's just kind of sad.
Damn, if you're saying, what am I? I'm just totally fucked.
I've got into a thought pattern in my head that I've been working through the last couple weeks about trying to let go of, I don't even know how to explain this without sounding stupid.
Well, go ahead and sound stupid. Wouldn't be the first time.
That's a valid point.
I'm just kidding.
Trying to let go of this feeling that there's no chance because I basically started without any legs trying to run a race. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that happened to me as a child basically was like a fucking level on top of a level, just a wall put up on a wall, and no real like no one helping blow down the walls. I mean, I'm doing it myself,
Yeah.
but it's a matter of getting rid of that
That feeling?
that I can't win, because we're living a system where if you don't start at the top, which I already knew this when I was a fucking child. For some reason, when I was like 10, 11, 12 years old, watching The Rich and the Famous, remember that show with Richard Leach? The whole time I'm thinking like, man, I wish I'd have been born to them fucking people.
Who doesn't?
Because most of those people are born to fucking people.
Yeah, born rich.
Right.
Silver spoon, like Trump.
But it's trying to get, because there are some people who got through, but it's those odds that are so fucking astronomical that it just saps any hope you have.
Yeah.
Looking at it going,
Well,
the odds of me actually getting to the next fucking level, there's only, in this country, it's like 6% of the population every year goes up a level in finance, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and how old are you?
44. And I know I got time left. That's not the issue. Time's not the issue.
It's not even time. It's more like episodes of life, more so than time.
No, I get that, but it's trying to that's my point. I'm trying to, okay, then putting it that way, I'm trying to let go of that episode that happened when I was a child. Basically, I lived as a king, or I lived with a fucking king who treated me like I was his servant.
Okay.
Until I was 18 years old, and then I got banished from the kingdom. Like literally just banished. I did.
Well, I did too.
I got kicked the fuck out when I was 18.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, with no fucking family around there. We lived in Holly, so I didn't have like aunts and uncles or grandmas and grandpas. Nobody
to rely on.
No, I had to fucking live off of friends.
Yeah.
And friends' families. Luckily, I had those.
But you gotta kind of let shit go sometimes.
I know.
You know.
That's my point.
You're trying to let that go.
I'm trying to work through those thoughts that are, because it's deep, so it's something that's not like, I just never really worked on it.
I know it's deep because you bring it up all the time, which there's nothing bad with that, but that tells me it's not on the surface. It's deep.
No, it is deep. But that's why it's hard to get to and hard to get the fuck out, because But it also is layering everything else. It's layering my choices on what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of other things. To be honest with you, if I just had money, nothing would be a problem.
Right.
And I know people say money don't fix things, but bullshit. Fuck you.
Money fixes a lot of shit.
There's one thing that's wrong in my life is I'm struggling to fucking figure out how to make enough money to
live comfortably,
get
and
to
relax.
the next level.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though I grow a product that should make me enough money to do that, it just costs a lot to do it, especially when you're doing it in small quantities.
Yeah.
That house is killing me. I gotta get the fuck out of that house.
Over there? Well,
happy November, Henry.
What's up, him dog?
But
What?
then I lose that income. But at the same time, it's not very much. And it's a lot of work.
Yeah, if it's a lot of work and it costs more than you want it to cost, it might be a good move to do that.
I know.
Just pump this one up over here, you know?
Well, I can't pump it up any more than what it is. It's doing what it's supposed to do.
It's doing all right.
Yeah, I mean, now it's back to getting up there.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I gotta fucking get clones again. Because my cloners shit the bed on me. So it's...
No, selling clones is not illegal, right?
No.
So, can you go online and find clones for sale?
Yeah, but then you have to worry about all the shit that comes with it.
Yeah.
I bought clones one time. I spent $120 on fucking clones. I got them home and I looked at, like, the next day I came down and they were fucking wilted. They didn't even have roots.
Oh,
they were just fucking cut.
They were just,
stuck in a fucking tube thing.
That's fucked.
And I and at this time it was a little more shady. Like you had to like meet something. Like I met him at a fucking McDonald's. It was like it wasn't legal on a fucking rec level.
Right.
So
it was clandestine.
They just ripped me the fuck off, and then they disappeared off the internet, or went to a different name.
Yeah.
So
always dealing with people that want to be sneaky and
that's
creepy.
the thing. It's also trying to understand, how do I get into a situation, because if I really wanted to, it would be easy. I'd just start charging people more fucking money, or I just, go sell it somewhere, or there's a lot of things that I could do to make money that aren't good.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that. I don't want to get involved in that shit.
I feel you.
I don't even really want to be a salesman. That's the problem. I just want to grow fucking weed. I hate selling shit. That's another thing that I got to get out of my head too. Selling stuff feels like you're desperate.
Huh? No.
It does to me.
Get that out of your head.
I'm working on it. But
Yeah,
that's another
yeah,
deep
get that
one
shit out of
instilled
your
by
head.
my fucking dad.
Yeah,
Back
but
again.
fuck that. Get that out of your head. That's not going to do you any good. Thinking like that.
Scarcity. Yeah, false scarcity. Like, there's not enough. I have to change that in my head too. It's another thing that's got to get out. That's what causes me to eat more in the wintertime.
But everybody does.
I know they do.
I mean, you can, do things to curb that, but that's a normal body function, I think.
Yeah, I do too. But at the same time, it's still.
Well, that means exercise.
Yeah.
That's all that means.
Changing that.
20 minutes and 20. I do between 20 minutes and a half an hour a day. That's what I do. I get on that little stationary bike, and I do about 20 minutes on that, and I do about 15 to 20 minutes of calisthenics, and I'm done.
It's hard to go forward while looking backwards. Yeah, I mean, it's not. I'm not looking backwards. It's not.
You're feeling backwards.
No, it's my. How do I? Because it's. I understand the brain. The way I think about the brain is, memories are tree roots. So, the top of the tree is like right now. This conversation we're having is literally right where the dirt and the top of the tree start, right?
Okay.
Is it where the dirt, the very top?
Okay.
All right. So from that point on, from this point on, everything gets taken and put into roots. It keeps growing and growing and growing. Your brain's constantly growing roots. So what PTSD is basically your root. Some of the root patterns in your brain have trauma implanted into the pattern. So every time you think about something up here, so if you're thinking about, I don't know, something stupid that happened to you 2 years ago, right? But it's on the same root pattern as the shit that happened to you 5, 6 years ago that caused you extreme trauma, that causes you to freak the fuck out. That's why you get dudes who are shell shocked that are normal 1 second and something goes off because it moves them into that pattern, and then they're instantly in that emotion. They instantly feel exactly the same as they did the moment it happened. And that causes panic, causes fear, causes all kinds of shit to happen. And depending on how strong those emotions are, depends on the reaction, obviously. Because if you have if it was something like super traumatic, I don't know, rape or, something like on that level, then that's, that can cause, that's why you have people who can't have sex ever, because every time they think about sex, it takes it into that fucking root pattern.
Wow.
And it causes trauma.
That's a deep analogy.
Well, it's the truth. If someone gets raped, especially when they're young, when your brain is still building all those roots, and then, you don't take care of it, then the roots just keep building on top of it, and on top of it, on top of it, but they're still connected. Just like the roots that are of a tree, that tree right there, that are fucking 2 miles that way. You know what I'm saying? They're still connected. They're just connected. Sometimes you might, but if you get deeper down, then you get closer to that trauma. But that's where therapy helps and stuff like that.
So
certain therapies can help.
Have you ever been to therapy?
Yeah, I've been. I was on drugs for a long time.
Oh,
well,
really?
not a long time, a good amount of time.
What kind of drugs were you on? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was.
I mean, were they mood drugs?
Yeah, I was on Wellbutrin. I was on Zoloft. I was on Klonopin for a minute. I was on a bunch of different tries, and then when I quit my job, I knew I couldn't afford the fucking pills.
Right.
So I basically just quit cold turkey and went back to my smoking weed all day.
But you're pretty healthy, though. I mean, when I say healthy, I mean mentally. I think you're pretty healthy.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you may have some skeletons in the closet.
No, that's
But-
okay. I'm not needing. I mean, everyone needs therapy. If you can afford to go to therapy and you have the time to do it, and the ability and a good person to talk to, go to therapy. Like it's not a harm. There's no like it's like exercising. Like yes, no, it's not like exercising because you can over exercise. But when it comes to like therapy, it's like meditation. There's really no harm in it. It may feel like shit, but the reality is the more you do it,
Whatever helps you, that's
the
how I
better
look at
it's
it.
gonna help.
If you think something helps you, then that's what you're supposed to.
Well, I'm just saying.
You know.
Eating good food is better. Like it's the same as eating good food.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like harm in eating a broccoli.
Right.
You can eat broccoli for the rest of your life and be fine.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Therapy is one of those things. You can do it the rest of your life and be fine. But if you don't eat broccoli, you'll be all right too. But if you don't have therapy, depending on your situation, you might not make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need that person to talk to, like, to deal with that kind of shit. Like, some people need
Okay.
that in their life.
That's interesting.
But
I've never been to
Shit,
therapy.
that happened.
Oh, very good. I've never been to therapy before.
I mean, it's the time. I haven't been in a long time, and I luckily had a friend was going to school to be she's got her master's in psychology.
Mm-hmm.
So I had her to help, so I couldn't afford to go to therapy is expensive. I can do it now because I have medicated unless they kick me off. But therapy is expensive as shit.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that's just hard to do. It's like it's a bill that like, am I gonna pay for therapy or am I gonna pay for fucking food?
Yeah, they be asking me questions like that. My worker, and
Yeah.
Social Security and all that stuff, and my Medicare and all that. They send out. They call about every 2 or 3 months, but they send that, or they send they do both. They send a letter out, and they ask you, "Have you been feeling depressed? Do you have any friends? Do you have any?" It asks all those questions.
I mean,
You know, I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, because it can be very useful for people.
we just understand how the brain works more. When you were young, they just assumed like the mindset was, stick a fucking Band-Aid on it and move on with your life. Like they didn't understand or get you drugs or you're just not fixable, let's
Well,
drill
see-
into your fucking head.
See, most of the people in the black community, and I always bring this up because of the economic difference.
I mean, I'm not saying, I do
but
understand that therapy.
a lot of black people don't believe in therapy,
I understand that. A lot
and I
of
think
people in
it's
general.
and I don't think it's because they don't think it works. I think it's because economically they can't afford it.
It's all about the self-love. I mean, self-love is really hard when you don't fucking love yourself, dude. When you
Yeah.
spend your life
Yeah.
not liking yourself and
Yeah.
not understanding why you're here or just insecure as fuck trying to figure out the world. And again, I don't know why I was. It's just, I do know why I was. Because my fucking brother died when I was a kid. My mom died when I was a kid.
Right,
And
so
no one
you-
ever helped me with it.
Gotcha.
So basically, it just became, instead of being a punk kid who goes out and breaks things and fucks things up, I fucked myself up.
You just-
I took that energy
You went
that all those
introvert.
kids put out into the world where they fucking destroy shit and they act out and they do things like that. I did it inside
Yeah.
to myself, basically, the whole time. And there's a reason for it, because I didn't want to go to fucking jail. I was so afraid of going to jail. Like, so afraid, because the moment I get caught doing anything stupid like that and I go to jail, my mindset was, then I don't have a home.
Yeah.
I'm never going to have a place to go home again. My dad's just going to basically disown me. And he basically did for multiple years. When I turned 18, it wasn't like I got kicked out and I got kicked out and I didn't talk to my dad, my family, like outside my brothers and sisters every once in a blue moon. And my sisters hardly at all because they were young.
Yeah.
I didn't talk to him I talked to my stepmom, sold her weed once or twice. But my dad, I didn't talk to him for like 3 or 4 years. Like, I wasn't invited back for Christmas. Like, none of that shit. It was just, you're out. And that's what I felt like my whole life, like at 16, at 12 years old, that's what I assumed would happen. And my assumptions were right. The moment I did something that he didn't like, he just booted me the fuck out.
Out of there.
Yeah, so if I had done anything like, if I had been sneaking out.
No. So you weren't a bad kid. Your dad just had weird.
No, I was a very good kid to the point where it was, you remember Bub?
Yeah,
You know, remember how Bub was when he first came out into the world?
yeah.
I was the same. I didn't have any recollection of what the world was because I just did what I was grounded all the time. I didn't go to any high school
What
things.
happened to
I went to he's out and about doing his thing. I went to one prom. I didn't go to any other high school dances. I went to one high school football game. I wasn't, like, my dad wasn't going to take me to do shit. And I wasn't really allowed to do shit half the time because I didn't get good enough grades to actually warrant.
doing shit?
Yeah, and I was too afraid to do anything because I was so insecure
Yeah,
that I didn't want to fucking be out
Well,
in
it's-
public.
it's a blessing that you turned out as well as you did.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of luck and a lot of inner fucking
Well,
work.
and having friends and
Yes.
lovers and stuff that care
Yes,
about you.
I did have some friends that helped me.
Yeah, they care about
If
you.
I didn't have these people, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably still be working at ER, fat as fuck, probably having heart attacks.
You're fat as fuck.
Seriously. Like you saw how big
Yeah,
I
I
was.
saw it. I didn't even recognize you when I saw the picture.
Yeah.
I had to look, and I thought you were bullshitting me.
No, I was
That's what I mean when I said you're doing okay.
I know.
I mean, none of
But
us
at
are
the same
rich.
time, but you have to keep working. Like there's no
Yeah,
stop.
I know, man.
That's
I
the
know.
problem.
I know.
I always thought there was a goal.
Now I gotta pay in the next 4 days. I gotta pay $1,000 in bills.
Yeah, I don't even want to tell you how much I'm supposed to. Like it's the first of the month. It's like $7,000.
Yeah.
I mean, it's spread out. I'm sued. He spread it out. I don't know how he pays it, but he pays it all. I just give him the stuff and the money I can get, and
Go from there.
yeah,
So is he a part of this too?
yeah. It started with this one,
Oh, got you.
and then we ended up going to the warehouse because
Right, I remember that.
Chud wanted to do the legal way, and then the shit happened where it freaked him out. COVID happened, and he found out he lost a bunch of fucking money, so he basically backed the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because his wife took over, and his wife didn't want to do
He
it.
wasn't going there.
No. And then we got that condo, and the condo didn't work because it was just a bad idea in the first place.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, it was like not a good, it's so far away.
It's so far away.
And then Mike bought that house off the guy that ripped, because that's the house that dude that ripped off Mike was living in. He was getting that for rent free, on top of the money he was stealing. Yeah. So that's when we moved into there, but that one cost,
I
that's,
forgot all about that one.
that one's about $4,000 off the top right away.
Yeah.
And that's just too much.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. I'm paying the fucking taxes, I'm paying the fucking goddamn fucking rent, I think, or paying at least half of it. And
Yeah. It ain't cheap.
it ain't cheap, and it ain't
Not in
got-
that neighborhood. It ain't
what
cheap.
bothers me is I ain't getting no fucking benefit from it either. So when it's all, like this one, when it's all said and done, I can, like if I really needed to, I could be like, all right, pack it up, sell it, give me that $20,000 and I'll use that to buy another fucking place,
another
or do
place.
something else, or move the fuck on,
Yeah.
do something. I can sell this and I'll get a percentage. And this house is worth a fuck ton more than it fucking was when I bought it.
I'm sure it is.
Oh, it's,
Real
we got it
estate.
for $30,000.
Yeah. And it's way more than that now.
All right, we'll try this. Talk to these people.
Talk to these people. Who's on here? Who's on here? Who's on here? Henry. Happy November. It's hard to go for it. What is that sign? Yeah, you're right. Self-love. I love myself. My best friend is my right hand. Never tried it with the left. Wow, I just realized that. Only the right. Poor left hand probably feels neglected and left out of the fun. So Henry, we're done with the Sunday guitar thing? Is that ever gonna come back? You just too busy? What?
You said 3 words while I was up there.
I said 3 words.
Yeah.
No, I said more than 3 words.
Oh,
I was trying to converse with Henry.
well, Henry didn't want to talk to you, I guess.
Wow.
It's all about the self-love with Henry.
I know. That's what I was saying. And I said self-love.
Well, it's also
I said, well, listen. I said, yeah, it's all about self-love. I love my right hand. It's my best girlfriend. And then I said, oh, I never tried it with my left hand.
get the fuck out of here. You're 74 years old.
75.
75 years old. You definitely used your left hand at one point in your life.
Not for that.
Why not? You didn't just try it when you were a kid? It's
Nope.
a kid thing.
Nope.
Like, oh, this one was nice. Let's see what this one feels like. Oh,
Nope.
that feels
I never even
weird.
I never even thought about it. Poor left hand. I know it feels left out. Left out. Get it?
No, I don't. Not funny. Oh, wait, what?
Shut up.
All right.
You're gonna take that back when I'm a world-renowned comedian.
Well, we need to open a comedy club, I guess.
Can't hurt. Comedy definitely is on the.
How's the bass playing?
Oh, it's coming along real good, man. In fact, it's improved in the last month or so.
I don't even know how to read music at all.
I don't either. I don't know how to read music. Henry does. I don't. I never studied music on that level.
He's still playing every day.
Now, what is this?
That?
Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, it yielded all right.
And the taste is good.
I need to cross it with Deadhead.
Ooh, the taste is great. Mmm. Yeah, I'm gonna smoke the rest of this back here. Take it.
No, I thought of something. Oh, yeah. So, I've been debating on, do we start renting tables and try to sell weed at events and stuff? Go to places,
Yeah.
and then we can pretend to do a show while we're there when we want to.
Yeah.
You just pull weed out your belly.
But drop down there. Yeah, I just pulled weed out my belly.
Fucking Christ. Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Because I'm thinking doobies. We do a lot of doobies.
that's why I want to get a joint rolling machine.
Well, I mean, I'd probably do a lot of cones because people like cones.
Get a bump box.
Yeah, get one of those boxes.
Yep. I've never heard anybody complain about cones.
No, people don't except for me.
Hmm.
I'm the only one that complains about them.
A lot of people find them unique and interesting.
Well,
That's what
a
I've
lot
been
of
told.
people just like it. So
Whenever
they
I
get
pulled
shit-
out one, who did you do that?
when they get shit in their mouth, they don't want to get shit in their mouth. That's basically.
What's going on?
She used Sunday, maybe he says.
Yeah, whenever, dude. You know, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So, you should let me know, and I'll come over and we'll do a show.
Okay. Cool. Man, I was tempted when I was out at the barn at that. Henry's been out to the barn before. When I was out at the barn, I was tempted to do a show, but then I said, no, some of these people might not want to be on.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to go walk around as every individual. Do you mind? Do you mind?
No, it's one of those things where that's why you set up in a way that you're facing away from people. So that way, if you don't want to be on camera, then stay the fuck out of my back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If I had been there from the start, when people started coming in, then I could have done a, you know what I mean? When they came in, I'm gonna be doing some shooting. It's just for YouTube. You can be in it if you want. You know, then if enough people say yeah, then I do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna do darts. I think either this coming Monday I might go back to darts. Although one guy he left for Costa Rica.
Huh. Darts.
I love darts, man. It's It's a good game.
It's a great Ted Lasso. They did a Ted Lasso bit with darts.
But it did.
Yeah, where he basically teaches the dude that you should ask people, you should actually communicate. Then you know you won't get your ass whooped. Because he's like throwing with his right hand, and he's throwing like just tossing, and the guy's like, "Oh, you play?" He goes, "Yeah, I played a little," and the guy goes, "Oh, okay. How about we bet this?" And then they make some crazy bet, and the guy goes, "Okay, well let me bust out my fucking darts." So he busts out the fancy fucking darts. And the guy goes, and the other one goes, "Oh well, oh fuck, I forgot. I'm left-handed."
Yeah.
Started throwing left-handed.
He set him up.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And basically it was like, if you'd have asked,
Mm-hmm.
by the end, he's like, if you'd have asked, yeah, have you played darts? You know, just been a communicative, like, hey, you've ever played darts? I'd have told you that, yeah, every fucking blah, 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 me and my dad, before he died, would go play fucking darts. It's like, Jesus.
See, when we started playing darts, about 4 or 5 years ago, when we first started playing, we played every Monday. Rain, shine, every Monday we played. So when we first started playing, I was winning probably 70% of the time. So it was everybody against me, the other 3 guys. It was funny. We kept records.
Mm-hmm.
We kept records for years. How many wins and all that kind of stuff.
I believe it. We do that shit. Like, you can go online right now and see my fucking scores for all the different disc golf shit.
Yeah.
But my shit was, like, legit, like, on record.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's on a website, and it's
it's
on the PGGA, like the official, like...
That's what I was saying.
yeah, official site.
It was just the 4 or 5 of us.
Yeah. No, people fucking want to know that shit.
In fact, one of the guys that was at the party, that was one of my nemesis, but he moved up north. Was it up north he moved up to? Yeah, he moved up north. Guys are rich as fuck.
I guess maybe that's why sanctioned rounds were so much harder for everyone. Because they're, like, so much
Yeah.
more on the record.
Yeah.
Compared to just a fun tournament
Right.
where you're just fucking around.
We were just a fun tournament. But we kept records of the win.
Yeah. You can see those too on the website.
And
You can go to my little fucking
And then the guy-
tab and see what I've done over the last couple of years.
then the guy that owns the place, he started winning. I'm like, what's going on? He started winning, you know? And so one day we were getting ready to play, and we were talking, and he told me he was on Adderall. I said, you're juicing.
Yeah.
I said, you're juicing, dude. We gotta put your shit in. Cause you're juicing. Everybody's smoking weed.
Yeah.
But he was doing the Adderall. And I didn't know what Adderall was, so I looked it up. It helps you to concentrate.
I mean, you know
see
what it is,
clearly.
right?
Yeah, Hitler made that. Hitler scientists made that
It's
shit.
meth.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a legal version of meth.
Yeah. Not an extreme, yeah, a milder version.
Yeah, it's the same compound.
It don't give you the,
Well,
like Hitler had.
yeah.
Them pictures, those videos of Hitler shaking and shit.
The motherfuckers. Yeah, they were on that shit. That's one of the reasons they were so crazy.
Yeah. They said some of the German soldiers would be up 3 or 4 days in a
Yeah,
row.
they made it for the soldiers to keep them up for
Keep
3
them
or 4
up.
days, which isn't healthy mentally for
No.
anyone.
Fucking no.
Jesus Christ.
That's probably one of the reasons why they probably lost the war too.
Yeah, the Blitzkriegs worked at
You
first.
can't
and
continue,
then-
right? Because you can't continue that
No,
for too long.
you're just going through fucking. Their brain don't work right after a minute. I mean, look at fucking Nebraska and shit. What?
Can you get that container out of here?
Yeah.
Because I got what? 2 more types to do, right? Yeah.
No, one more type.
No, two more.
2 more types.
Yeah.
FTO and
Right. And that other thing, whatever the other thing is.
yeah. All right, I gotta go work.
All right.